YouTube recently released a new AI tool natively inside your YouTube studio that's going to completely change the way you use the platform. I've been making videos on YouTube for over 12 years now, have over 1 billion views of long form, have millions of dollars in earnings across multiple channels. I have never seen a tool like this, and I've used all the tools. So today I'm going to test it out and show you exactly how you can take advantage of this brand new AI tool. All right, jumping into my YouTube dashboard. For starters, where is the tool? As you can see, no AI tool anywhere. Also today's video, 5 out of 10. All right. If you go into your content right here, you'll see in the top right, this says right here, Ask Studio. If you click on it, it brings up a couple of chats. Hello, Mr. Grips. How can I help you? And then it gives you a couple of prompts that you can give it right away. So I'll start right here, summarize channel performance, for example, and it's going to summarize your performance over the last 28 days. You can also click this to expand. Heck yeah. Okay, cool. Let's take a look at how your channel, Mr. Grips, performed over the last 28 days. All right. It gives you a nice little summary of your stats, which you can find in your analytics tab. That's nothing special. The cool thing, though, is that it gives you actionable insights. And here's why this is so great. Because technically speaking, you could ask ChatGPT this exact question of like, here's my YouTube channel. Here's a screenshot of my analytics. What do you think? But ChatGPT isn't integrated into your YouTube studio. This Ask Studio AI has access to all of your content, all of your data, and most importantly, all of the data across your niche and across YouTube. And this is still in beta, so the recommendations that it's going to give you are probably just okay, as we'll see from today, but it's going to only get better, and I guarantee you this will always be significantly more accurate than ChatGPT could ever. So the key insights. While most metrics saw a decrease compared to the previous period, click-through rate actually increased from 5.5 to 6. That's a huge increase, by the way. And what that tells me is basically the videos that I've made over the last 30 days are better than the videos in the previous period. Even though I'm getting less views per video, the click-through rate is higher, and my older videos are probably doing just great. And as you can see, I'm actually doing a lot of thumbnail testing, and actually this is kind of cool, and this is cool information for me because I've been working with a couple different thumbnail designers, and I've been making new thumbnails like this one, this one, this one, this one, different formats that I'm testing, and apparently they're working. So that's really great information. And then it tells you actionable recommendations. Analyze content with higher CTR. So it's basically looking at the videos that had a high CTR and figuring out why that did better. That's good advice. Re-engage returning viewers. This is interesting. The decrease in returning viewers is more significant than new viewers. So this could be one of two things. Either A, the hype around the Pokemon hobby is dying, so people who typically were engaging with Pokemon card content aren't engaging as much anymore, and I know that's kind of already happening. Or B, maybe I'm testing too much with new video ideas and new concepts, and people who typically would click aren't clicking. This is why repeatable formats are important. For example, you don't want to make a new video every single video, because if somebody watches one video and they subscribe, it means they want more of those kind of videos. So I probably should focus on making more repeatable formats rather than testing a bunch of different things. And there's been a decrease in average view duration. So either my videos that I've been making recently have been shorter on average, which definitely is true, or the videos just haven't been as engaging, which is interesting. So something to look at. So that's cool. So you can look at Ask Studio there. There's also an inspiration tab here as well that is completely done using AI. And again, this is, I think, Google Gemini, because Google owns YouTube. And check it out. It gave me video ideas for my next channel. So inspired by your channel, video ideas. And it literally creates AI generated thumbnails, which is kind of cool. So let me look at these and I'll let you know if they're good or not. We can rate AI's video ideas for my Pokemon card channel. I made a master set of every Gengar card. I did a recent video where I tried to pull some of the best Gengar cards. So this is kind of like a recent video. So it's going off of repeatable formats, which I think is really intelligent. And then I made a master set of every Gengar card. Another creator, Deep Pocket Monster, has a very popular series and a popular channel in the Pokemon card niche. It's the most popular, where he basically makes master sets or collects master sets. So if I went after every Gengar card as a master set, this would actually be a banger video. Like, this is a great video idea. The thumbnail sucks. The AI thumbnail is terrible, but it's a really good idea. And honestly, that's a good title. So what I could do here is I can save it. And what that's going to do is it's going to save the video idea. I kind of forget exactly where to see the saved ideas. We'll find that in a second. I opened mystery Pokemon machines again. I did a video where I went to Japan and I opened up Pokemon mystery boxes, like from like Japanese vending machines and stuff. And that video is currently going viral right now. So it's basically recommending that I do it again, which is a very smart thing to do. Terrible thumbnail. It's doing a 50-50 split though. And 50-50 split thumbnails do really well on YouTube. Think Ryan Trahan. So This is great. I agree. I think that's like that's a good video idea. My biggest Pokemon card investment regret. This is interesting. It doesn't really fall in line with the kind of content that I want to make on the channel because I want to make content ripping and opening packs. But this would be a good idea if, you know, in another world. Pokemon card collecting then versus now. Interesting idea. Definitely very popular because Pokemon cards, the market is so different. So it could be an interesting concept. Doesn't really fall in line with what I'm working on, but it's a good video idea. I tracked down the most valuable common cards. Very interesting because, you know, commons, are they valuable? Are they not? That's kind of cool. Or you can enter a topic. Let's just say opening rare Pokemon packs and then ask it to give you suggestions, and then it will literally give you suggestions. So whatever your channel is about or whatever you want to make a video about, you could just enter it in here and it will give you great options. And then it creates the AI generated thumbnails, which again, they all suck. Don't use these, but it is cool that it does that. I hunted eBay for rare Pokemon packs. That's cool. Trying to like deal snipe on eBay. I opened packs from forgettable Pokemon eras. The concept of this is great. I actually really like that. I followed a mystery Pokemon pack trail. I've actually had this idea, sort of, a version of it. That's cool. I challenged a graded pack opening. Interesting. I pulled cards for charity from packs. Actually, something that I'm working on is a charity that I make a video for every once in a while on this channel, and we like do a big like giveaway charity thing. So it's kind of cool that it pulled that, although I doubt it knows that. But what I want to do though, right here, you see where it says see saved? We're going to click that. So saved ideas. I made a master set of every Gengar card. If we click on this, it basically opens it up and kind of expands on it. So a journey to compile a complete collection of every Gengar card ever released is undertaken. The painstaking process of tracking down each elusive variant is documented, offering a comprehensive look at the iconic Pokemon collecting landscape. Very popular topic with your viewers, and this video would get a lot of views. This is a great video idea. Again, another creator does this in my niche, so like this really isn't my thing, it's kind of his thing, but if I ever wanted to do something like this is a great idea. Kind of cool, check this out. It gives you hook options, a question-based hook. What if I told you there's a Pokemon that's been haunting card binders for decades with hundreds of elusive variants you've probably never seen? I just spent months and potentially thousands of dollars tracking down every single one to build the ultimate collection. You won't believe how many Gengar cards actually exist and the insane levels I went to find them. Cool. There's an intrigue and challenge hook. This is really cool. Everyone talks about collecting, but few actually commit to a true master set for a beloved Pokemon. Today, I undertook a mission to acquire every single Gengar card ever printed. Great. Direct and benefit-oriented hook. If you love Gengar or just appreciate the art of Pokemon card collecting, this video is for you. I've just completed the most ambitious. It's kind of funny because me as like professional YouTube guy, in all of these examples, I would recommend just cutting out the first sentence and just starting with, I've just completed the most ambitious collecting challenge of my life, a master set of every Gengar card ever released. That's a great hook, you know? But this is cool. It's literally giving you different hook variants, and you can go in and refine them using AI, and you can keep refining and refining. And then it gives you an outline, which is really cool. So kind of like how to go about making the video. So let's click on this one. Opening with high energy reveal of ambitious goal, brief emotional resonant explanation of why Gengar, tease the unimaginable scope of the challenge ahead. That's great. You're hooking the viewer, you're making an emotional connection and a personal collection, and then you're kind of teasing or what I call road mapping what is going to happen in the future of the video. This is a great outline, and it's what a lot of very popular YouTubers do and have been doing before AI even existed. And then it gives some ideas on how to go about the rest of the video, which are pretty solid. Listen, if you're somebody who has no idea how to do YouTube, or you own a business and you are a business owner, not a YouTuber, you know, or I'm not a story writer, right? Like I didn't go to school for storytelling or story writing. So it's been very helpful for me to have AI or friends of mine help me outline storylines when going about creating videos, because good videos have storylines. So this AI system, although it's not perfect and definitely will get better over time, gives you a really good outline of a potentially great story for your video. You can iterate on it, you can figure out what you want to do and what you don't want to do, but it's really cool. And then it makes you thumbnails, which is really cool that it gives you thumbnail variants. It's also very interesting that it is also generating AI images of Pokemon, typically not allowed. Very interesting here. And you can, you know, iterate on them. You can refine the thumbnails, which is honestly super cool. And these thumbnails are great. Like, what if we said for this one, like, make the background look like a spooky, haunted warehouse and have the glow of the book be brighter, and we ask it to change that. Let's see if that works. While it's changing this, what I would highly recommend with these thumbnails, oh, cool, it kind of did it, dude. It did it. Hey, that's kind of sick. Listen, you shouldn't use these thumbnails because they're very cool. They're not great. And you're going to have to imagine that a lot of people are going to be very lazy and just use these AI generated thumbnails. So you're not going to stand out. But what I will say is these can give you a pretty good idea of some thumbnails that you might want to use. In my opinion, for what this video is, which is making a master set of the Gengars, all of these thumbnails and thumbnail concepts were really bad for it. These are like, none of these make a lot of sense. I would not use any of these. I would go off of the YouTube channel who does this and see what they're doing and basically work off of that. But if you're making YouTube videos about other topics, this little AI generated kind of thumbnail option summary could be very helpful to guide some inspiration on what kind of thumbnails you should make. I really recommend when doing thumbnails to research both your niche and the broad scope of YouTube to figure out what kind of thumbnails and thumbnail strategies and formats are working not only in your niche but in other niches, because the kind of key to success on YouTube isn't copying what works in your niche. It's taking inspiration from what's working broadly across YouTube and making your niche's version of that. That's kind of the trick. And none of these thumbnails really do that. So not great thumbnail options, but very cool that it does that. The title options, though, are actually pretty good. I made the ultimate Gengar master set. Creating a master set of every Gengar card was insane. I collected every single Gengar card in existence. This is the title that would be the best. This one right here is definitely the best one. But it's really cool because, look, there's a little save button, so you can basically make a bunch of adjustments using this little AI chat bot right here, which is so cool. To each one of these parts, you can change the hooks, you can change the outline and adjust the outline, you can change and adjust the thumbnails, the titles, and then you click save and it saves your work. I run my entire YouTube media operation, which by the way generated $100,000 plus in revenue last month alone, just through YouTube content and sponsors and all kind of stuff that we do that's all affiliated with the YouTube channels. And I run my entire operation off of Notion, right? I use Notion for everything. So this is cool because I can come up with YouTube video ideas, iterate on them, and then save them natively, and I'll click the save button here, within my YouTube studio, which, like, it doesn't matter what AI software you use, you're going to use this one because it's built into YouTube. You know, not only is it more convenient because it's in your YouTube, which you're going to be in all the time, but it's like directly linked to your YouTube channel. You know, like it literally cannot get closer to home if you're using AI software to strategize YouTube. So that's very cool. So if you go over to the analytics tab, as you can see with the little, this is Google Gemini, right? There's bubbles up here. So, and it gives you some cool insight about the channel. So how did viewers find my content? How many new viewers did I reach? Summarize my latest video performance. We'll click this first one. How did viewers find my content? Ask Studio, it brings the bubble up, and then it asks the question. Here's a breakdown. Browse feature, interesting, 45%. Shorts feed, 28%. Suggested videos, 12%. Key insights. Your content is primarily discovered through browse feature in the shorts feed, indicating that viewers are finding your videos through general browsing and short form content consumption. That's the algorithm. That's the algorithm. The browse feature is basically like homepage plus recommended, and that's the algorithm. That's how people find your videos. So this is kind of not helpful. We'll see if the actionable recommendations are helpful. Optimize for browse features. Continue creating engaging content that encourages viewers to click and watch when it appears on their homepage. Really? Not very helpful. Leverage shorts. Not very helpful. Encourage watch time to boost suggestions. The suggested videos category is important for expanding your reach. Videos with higher wow, wait, what the heck? Did YouTube just expose its own algorithm right here? Check this out. Videos with higher watch time and engagement are more likely to be suggested to new viewers. Focus on keeping viewers engaged throughout your video to potentially increase traffic from the source. YouTube doesn't always talk about how the algorithm works. The algorithm is very simple, to be honest with you, and this is one of the key features of it. And this is interesting that it literally tells you how the algorithm works in your studio, and that's what I'm saying. ChatGPT will tell you what it thinks the YouTube algorithm does based on its research on like Reddit and Google searches and stuff like that, which is a bunch of people just theorizing what the YouTube algorithm does. This is built into the YouTube algorithm because it is the YouTube algorithm telling you what it is. That's why this tool is going to be so great. Okay. And this is true. Right now, session watch time is like the biggest analytic on YouTube, the most important one, which is why longer videos are performing better and creators are making longer videos right now. Not only is session watch time very important for the algorithm, but you also make more money per view on a longer video than a shorter video. And you make more money on a longer video because there's more ads throughout the longer video than in the shorter video. So if you want to make more money and grow a channel faster on YouTube, make longer videos. And this is basically saying that, and this is YouTube telling you how the algorithm works in your studio. That's so cool. Well, let's get this. How can my channel earn more revenue? I wonder what it's going to say, because this is YouTube Studio, right? So like theoretically, it would basically just tell you to use YouTube features. But I wonder if it's going to recommend things like sponsorships or selling a course or something. Oh, this is interesting. Check this out. Over the last 28 days, Mystic Grips generated an estimated $14,000 and an RPM was $5.76. Compared to the last 28-day period, your estimated revenue decreased by 20.5% and your RPM decreased by 5.6%. While I can't break down the exact percentage each revenue source contributed with the current tools, here are some general strategies to help increase your channel's earning. This could be interesting. Increase views and watch time. Obviously, more views, the longer people watch, the more money you made. Okay. Optimize for audience engagement. High engagement, likes, comments, and shares can signal to viewers that your content is valuable, potentially leading to more views and watch time. This is interesting that YouTube is essentially saying that likes, comments, and shares are important. It's YouTube. They want people to engage with the platform, to like, comment, and share. But just know, from me to you, likes, comments, and shares do zero in the YouTube algorithm. Zero. If you're still giving things away to people who comment down below, you're burning. You don't do that, unless you're doing it as if you're doing it to like truly just give back to the community, that's great. But if you're doing that for like algorithmic boost, that's been dead for like 6 years. So explore different content formats. You mentioned your shorts are a significant driver of views. Consider how you can monetize your shorts effectively and also encourage viewers to explore your longer form content where more diverse options might be available. Not a really good tip. I was kind of excited because I thought I was going to talk about like content formats and like the way that, you make different kinds of YouTube videos. This is another big tip that I'll give you. And if you're watching this video and you're hoping to get like nuggets of gems through this 20, 30-minute video, here's one of them. YouTube Shorts viewers do not convert to YouTube long-form viewers. If you post shorts, you might get a lot of views and your sub count might go up, but you will not get more long-form views from your shorts. So just know when you're making videos that is how YouTube works and how it's always worked since they released the shorts feature a couple years ago. Here we go. Diversify revenue streams. Beyond ads, consider other ways to earn. Channel memberships. Yes. Okay. So they are going to literally tell you only features within the YouTube ecosystem, which makes sense. So here's a downside of this AI platform is that it's limiting its advice to the YouTube ecosystem. So, I make most of my money per month out of the $107,000 last month. A majority of it, $42,000 of it roughly, was through sponsorships. And those sponsorships were negotiated off platform, worked out with companies off platform, and then I integrated those into my videos. And most creators and businesses make most of the money on YouTube off platform. And YouTube's not going to recommend that, right? So that's where ChatGPT can come in and help in places where the AI studio is probably a little bit more biased. Because what it's basically saying is channel memberships, super chat and super stickers, merchandise, which you can sell on YouTube, which we do, and affiliate marketing, which you can do in YouTube, and they make money on that, which we don't do. I do my own affiliate marketing with other platforms through my YouTube channel. Actually, the third biggest revenue driver for me last month was affiliate revenue. And it's probably going to be the number one for me in this next month, or number two, but I don't do it natively through YouTube because you make way more money doing it yourself with like negotiated contracts with companies. I will say though, channel memberships, definitely something I'm looking at and thinking about and have been thinking about. Now, if you want more specific advice from myself, I built this thing called a YouTube roadmap. It's free. It's in the description. You basically just fill out some information, answer some questions about your company, your brand, or your YouTube channel. And based on your response, it gives you custom-made advice for where you're at. I made this myself. I coded it myself. So let me know how you like it. And I'll leave a link for that in the description below. And it's going to help you probably as much as Ask Studio will help you. And if you want to learn how I generated $107,000 in one single month with YouTube, I will leave a video on screen right now. Click that and I'll see you in there.